evening, distinguished guests. It is an honor to be invited to the Women Forum to celebrate courage. I am part of a generation that was born in a country with the strongest democracy of Latin America, a place admired for its world-class universities, envied for its energy sector, and rich with opportunity. A nation that opens its doors to millions of immigrants from all over the world in search for a better life. But I did not grow up in this Venezuela. We grew up in a country where corruption took hold, where institutions crumbled, opportunities vanished, and millions of families were forced apart. More than 8 million Venezuelans were forced to leave, almost a third of our population. But Maria Corina Machado never intended to be a politician. But when Venezuela began to collapse under the Chavista regime, she felt compelled to act. And she did so not out of personal ambition, but out of a firm commitment to liberty, dignity, and justice. And since this moment on, she has never stopped fighting. What unfolded in Venezuela in the last 2 years is a remarkable story of courage, resilience, and love for freedom. Despite the intimidations, the threats, and the immense personal risk, millions of Venezuelans went out to the polls on the July 28th presidential elections of last year and delivered a decisive mandate for change. We chose a new Venezuela, a country where we could become whatever we aspire to be, a country that opens its doors again to people from all over the world who choose to work hard and thrive, and a country that is known once more, not just for its natural resources, but for its human capital. It's been almost 2 years since I saw my mother. She's been banned from leaving Venezuela for more than a decade, and she's today in hiding at an undisclosed location inside the country with constant threats to her life. Now, I don't know where my mother is today or when I'll see her again. I don't even know when I'll be able to go back to my home, Venezuela. And I get constantly asked, is it worth it? Aren't you afraid that the regime will find her, imprison her, torture her, perhaps even kill her? And of course, I am afraid, but yes, it is worth it. It is worth it because we're fighting for something far greater than ourselves, greater than our generation, and even greater than Venezuela. My mother leads an existential fight for human dignity, individual liberty, and the hope of millions of Venezuelans who want to return home. Our fight is a universal cause because it stands for the future of liberal democracy itself. A few weeks ago, Maria Corina Machado, along with millions of Venezuelans, was awarded the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize. This recognition was the highest honor for our people and for my family because it pays tribute to a long and painful journey carried out by every Venezuelan who has chosen freedom over submission, truth over darkness, and courage over fear. It honors more than 2 decades of sacrifice and moral clarity, and a movement that was built on democratic resistance, civic organization, and dignity. This is not about regime change. The Venezuelan people already made that decision at the ballot box. This is about ensuring that the will of the people prevails and that democracy, not tyranny, defines our future. Today, the world recognizes that Venezuela's struggle transcends ideologies and borders because it is a universal cause for freedom and the reunification of millions of families, including my own. There can be no peace without freedom, but we will be free. I could not be prouder of my mother, and her impact is not measured in a political victory. but in the powerful movement she built, one that united a nation, inspired a diaspora, and reignited hope. As a Venezuelan, I thank her for making this noble cause her life's purpose. And as her daughter, it is a privilege to have her as a reference of courage, integrity, and love. I know that one day, and now I feel it closer than ever before, I will see her again in freedom. Thank you.